Hello, 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 hello. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, Halloween. This is Halloween. That song is gonna be stuck in my head for days. 4 days. Oh, how is everybody? It has been a long week. I am exhausted. So we'll see how long we can go here. Hi, Tarot Gothis. Happy Halloween. Hi, Judy. Happy Halloween. I don't know how long I'm gonna last. I can feel myself faded already. I'm like the old lady party pooper Halloween person. Hi, Doc. Thanks for being here. Happy Halloween. We'll see. Okay, so as people are coming in, like I'm very excited because part of the reason I'm so tired this week is because I did some good work that I'm very proud of. So one thing, let me see. You should be able to see it. I don't see it, so that's where the problem is that I don't know where to mark. But I think it's like here. I think that's where it is. Oh yeah, perfect. I did it perfect. So I have this new QR code, and this goes to my link tree that has all of my links. Yeah, it was so that was like a really good guess. That was completely lucky. All right, so let me try and go and show you what this link tree looks like. So let me see. Let me pull it up over here and then see if we can get it there. So when you go to that QR code, this is what you get. And it has like all the ways to be able to support me. And then it has the new merch that has just come out, which is very exciting. And this is just like parts of the merch. Like there's a lot in there. So I really tried to make sure that there was something like for everybody. And then there's more social media stuff down here. And then I'll keep adding to it. So then I am going to, I'm in the works of like putting some guides together and setting up Patreon so we can like do even more like deep dives. So that's super exciting. Yeah, I'm super excited. Okay, so let me see if I can open up the merch site cuz I'm so proud of it cuz I usually am very hard on myself because I'm like a math brain and not really, I don't feel like I'm a creative brain, but I am. And so this was kind of fun to be able to get to do this. So let me. Hi, LTFM. Thanks for being here. I was just showing off my new merch site. So, you know how we talk about how the universe has jokes? So, I've gone years and years and years saying that I don't think I'm creative, that I'm not the creative type, that, you know, I'm on a different side of the brain. And then, like, the first piece of merch that the universe has inspired me to make is with the word creativity. Yeah, yeah. But I'm going to put together, actually, this weekend, I'll be putting together a video on this image. I spent a really long time on it, like really putting it together and thinking about it and making sure that it was like aligned and tuned, so that like you're not just wearing something. You're not. These are all like vibrational tools that you could actually use to draw in creativity. I'm so excited for it, and I'm so proud of it. So, um, please do go to that QR code above my head there. That's that'll take you to the link tree, and then the link for the merch is there. But just go check it out, and then I'll let you know when the full video is in there, um, on explaining the shape. I'll actually put it here and I'll tell you a little bit about it. But I'm really excited more for I'm really excited more for the this actual image than anything else, because it turned out really cool. And then as I was putting it on different pieces of merch, I was getting so many more messages. So it was really cool to work with. So this is what it looks like, and then it has different colors in there. But I guess what we can do is I can tell you a little bit about this, and then we can certainly dive into whatever you want to talk about. It's an exciting spooky day. So let me know in the chat what you want to talk about, if you have some numbers, if you have a topic, if you have a question, and we'll jump into that. And while I'm waiting for all of that, basically what this is it's just it's a grid. And so for any kind of vibrational grid, you always have 3 parts. So you have the focus, and that sits like at the center, and that's what pulls the energy in. So whatever you have at the focus pulls that vibration in, it pulls in that energy. What? Yeah, don't put anything in there, Judy, because I can already tell you your answer. It's 5. Judy, you're working with 5. I think it's gonna be 5. Hi, New Beginnings. Thank you for being here. Hi, Eva. How'd I miss you? Thanks for being here. But then, so we have the focus in the center, and then we have the way, and then on the outside is where you actually have your desire. Ew. I'm gonna write desire right in that weird ass hump. I don't know why that gave me such a giggle, but it did. Like somebody knocked it on the head. Oh, I don't know, that cracked me up. Oh, hi Josh, thanks for being here. So whenever you have any kind of vibrational grid, these are the 3 parts you want, and you can like make it as elaborate as you'd like to, but these are the 3 parts that you absolutely have to have, because the focus is what draws the energy in to the space. The way is considered the path that you take. So the energy comes in through your focus here. This is where you would put your intention. And then it travels through the way where it's the path. And then it gets out here to your desire. And then this like star beams out into the world. Ta-da! So that's how you can use any kind of vibrational grid. And you can make these vibrational grids like people make them with crystals. It could just be a drawing, it could be a paper. Like also in a lot of spirituality traditions, this is a lot of the way that you would set up like your altar. Um, yeah. And so that's what I was starting with when I was putting together my merch creation. So the goal of it is to draw in creativity energy. And then through these numerical paths, you get to the desire, which is I create freely and I speak freely. Because to truly create, you have to be able to both create and speak completely free, unhindered. So I'm really excited. So I'll talk more about it and I'll let you know when I actually put a full explanation video out on it. And I probably won't post it to YouTube, but what I'll do is I'll post it on Fourth Wall. So then even if you're not buying any merch, that's where you can go and be able to see the whole video about the design and the grid and all of that. So exciting. Okay. It's weird talking about yourself, but I'm very proud of this. I'm extremely proud of this. All right, let me catch up in chat. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. I think I've said hello to everybody. Oh, and the lurkers. Hi, lurkers. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Happy Halloween. You made it. You're not late. We just finished with the announcements. B baby, you just missed the announcements, but that's it. I'm glad you made it. All right, so let me see. What do we have in the chat? LTFM. Do you want to just look at these numbers? Are these all times? Yeah, they look like times. Let me know, are these all times? And if there's any other context you want to include with this, or just look at the numbers, just let me know. And anybody else, certainly put in any of your numbers, any of your questions. Today is a really good day to ask questions about spirits or ghosts, hauntings, and actually also extraterrestrial beings. This is a really good day to ask any of your questions around those things, because all of the vibrational barriers are thinner because people believe that they are. And our minds are very powerful. So let me know what questions you have. I'm going to write these down. Let's see. So 6:33 and 11:33 and 4:17. Okay. And then let me get back down here. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, lurkers is a funny word. I don't know. It kind of feels funny in my mouth, but that's kind of why I like it. Let's see. Okay, so it is times. So we should think about them as times. Um, okay, so we'll think about them as points in time. That actually makes a difference. Because pure vibration sits outside of time. So time doesn't actually come into play with vibration until from our perspective we make it. So that's why I ask. So if any of the vibrations that you're seeing are times, um, then it is a little bit slightly different vibration, and you would look at it a little bit differently than if you're looking at just numbers or a pure vibration. Okay, so first off, are all of these from today, LTFM? Because it's very interesting that you have these 33s here. And that they're not, okay, they're not that far from each other either. Um, the other thing is like this is, so just even looking at them is like the amount of times here. This might be Judy's influence. That's mattering also, like that space in between time. That's another thing, is when you're dealing with time, the space in between the time can be significant as well. um, and so then this is now, if we draw this 6 down and this 33 down, now we have 6 and the 66. The 66 is coming up a lot, but it's not coming through as like 66 together. It's coming through as uh like two sixes next to each other. So you know, like when you're getting ready to, like, I don't know, do a craft or something, and stick two pieces of paper together, but they're not stuck together yet. But once they're together, they're going to be together, but they're not together yet. That's what these sixes feel like. So it feels like there's yeah, let's see what these other ones are saying, cuz these are definitely coming through as like a bigger story. Let me see what else you are saying. LTFM. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So when oh, are those the numbers I didn't see before? Or no, we did those numbers, didn't we? Yeah, I think. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. All right. So if we do the same thing here, we have the 11 now that's coming to 2. And this is coming to 6 again. But this also is wanting to be together in a 44. So that's a little bit different here, where these two vibrations are wanting to come together as a 44. And 44 is the numerical vibration of the word hope and of faith and of space and of karma. Okay. And let's look at this last one. Where this is definitely operating as a 4 and then an 8 together here. And where this middle one, it has it separate and together. This one just wants to be together as a 12. Oh, I forgot to like close the windows, so hopefully the noises aren't that loud. We'll see though. Well, it's always loud over here. We always have some sounds that happen. Um, okay, it's interesting though that we see here that it's beginning and ending with the 12-3. Hi, cousin V. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a good Halloween. Okay, so here we go. Here's the story that is being told here. Man, we got an interesting story here. Good. I'm glad, cousin B. And it's interesting that I was kind of pushed towards starting on this side because we always start on we usually start on the other side where we're reading the numbers from right to left, but I think it's because it's time that we're starting here on this other side where we're starting from when you receive this first message of when you woke up. And so it seems like what is happening here is that the initial, like the start of the story, is like this back and forth of there's something around a message of there's this back and forth between usually sixes are comfort zones, but it's not coming up as comfort zones. It's like a back and forth between like a sense of family, um, or a place for family. I don't know. You know better than me what is actually making sense and what isn't. No, I'm not. I don't want to see the spooky clown with all the teeth. Mm-mm. I don't. No, I don't like it. I don't want to see it. So yeah, you're right. These are Judy. Stop it! You making me see all the teeth now. So it's starting off. The story is starting off where it's this back and forth. It's like a it's not even like it's a choice. There's some choices that are involved, but it's this back and forth with something around the sense of family or like stability within the family. So it's like this 66 is really resonating with this 44 over here, but the 44 really is about like this space and the stability of that space. There's something around stability here, um in this family space. We see this again where it's here, but here we have the 26 wanting to come through because 26 is the numerical vibration of God. So it may be that it's like this choice of this back and forth of looking for stability um around like a place for God to be within the family. Huh. Because God is coming through here as the 26 and not as a 0. So the 26 in the sense of God is the word God, which means it's how we define God and how we see God. It's not God or the universe itself. Interesting. And then the last piece really is about it's figuring out this place for God to be instead of having this back and forth where you are familiar and in close contact with this feeling of God and family in the space. So then you can get to this new perspective. But because we have the 12, which is a change in perspective on both sides, it's almost like there's a full separation. And with the full separation, that's what brings some of that stability. And so then both of those sides can grow. But remembering that growth can happen in any direction. So it may be that this separation had to happen because growth was happening in opposite directions. And that's what was making those sixes at the beginning feel unstable. How am I doing? Oh, oh! If this is, I love all of your videos. You're doing a really good job with those, LTFM. I'm really liking all of them. But if this is related to your next video, it's gonna be a good one. Okay. 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 Yes. Yes. Do a short on this one. But let me know too if you need more information. This is interesting. This is a really interesting message that's coming through and that you're tapping into. Okay. Good. Nice. You better stop, Josh. Because, okay, so here's the thing. I do not watch, like, scary movies very often. um, I know I do not watch it very often. And it's I don't like the jump scares. That's the part that I don't like. So like with horror, it's not necessary. I don't like it for different reasons. It's because I can actually like feel the vibrations and see the vibrations. So like when it's like a horror film with like dead people and people being killed, then they like talking to me and stuff. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to them. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna go on any more of a tangent. You gotta give me something else to talk about in the chat. What else should we talk about? Oh, okay. I'm glad you brought that, LTFM. That was very interesting. We'll have to dig into this a little bit more too. Yeah, the energy messes me up. And I'm way too sensitive. Um and sensitive in the way that like I will start like channeling spirits. You know when I first found out that I could do that, like I could actually talk and sense and work with spirits, I was so upset. I was so mad. I was mad. I didn't want that to be my gift. And I was mad uh for really weird reasons. I was mad because I I didn't want to be like that spirit medium that's out in New Jersey. What's her name? With the big hair? Where she like goes up to people at the grocery store and tells them that their grandma wants to talk to them. I was like in tears because I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go up to people and talk to and tell them what their grandma says. Oh my gosh, we gotta talk about something else. I'm on a tangent. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this weird warp mindset that you gave me. Thanks a lot, Judy and Josh. Yes, of course I can. I need some numbers. So tell me what numbers you want me to look at, Cousin B. You want me to look at your birthday? You want me to look at your name? You want me to look at numbers you've seen? You want me to look at uh numbers that you like? Yes. Okay. Let's look. Fun. All right, here we go. So, yeah, we'll look at your name and your birthday. Yes. Okay. So, we are going to let's start with your name. So, Cousin B. Everybody loves Cousin B, even when he doesn't say anything. I think that's what I like about Cousin B's lives. They could be very entertaining, and he could say like 5 words. And it's great, because then that means I only have to say 5 words. I love it. All right, so let's use our little thing where it's A equals 1 and Z equals 26. And so then we get 3 plus 21 plus 26 plus 26 plus 9 plus 14. So right away, even before we add this all up, you have, with those two Z's in there, you have this energy of the word God. But again, this is just like what we saw with LTFM. When God is presented as a 26 instead of a 0, it's how we define God. So that this can also be like, it's any of that energy that isn't necessarily directly from the universe because we can control it. It's like luck, or like belief in miracles, or being able to have a sense of belief or faith. And so you have these here, but these are like dueling gods. It's like they're competing for who's actually going to be on the top. So that from your name, it gives a sense of that, what is considered to be what you have faith in kind of changes. It can change. And that's not a bad thing. It just changes. So then let's add these up. So 3 plus 21 plus 26 plus 26 plus 9 plus 14. And we got 99. And I love this because so 99 is the numerical vibration of the word ascension. And ascension is what we think about at like higher vibration. So, Cousin B, when we just look at cousin, is really resonating with like this ascension. So it's like people feel really good around that space that you're in and that you create. And it's because you're giving them a sense of ascension. Then when we add your B, so that's a 2, now we get to 101, where this 101 is like you're creating a portal. So you do things differently, And it comes from this: what do you have faith in? What do you believe in at any one moment? And with that, it creates this portal. So it draws people in. So your name vibration of Cousin B is drawing people in, but also what it's drawing in is pure God energy. It's also drawing in and putting out pure God energy, because that's the zero. So we started with the God energy here, but this was in like at the earth human level, at the man definition level. And so it was more about what you have faith in. But when you fully step into that vibration of Cousin B, now you're creating this portal way where God can exist in purest form. And so you just have to be careful to not break either one of these sides of the vibration, where, because this is extremely powerful, you're able to very easily create this portal energy that's able to draw people in and give them a very comfortable place to be because of this zero, this God energy. But if at any time you block or do not allow this new energy to come in, so you thrive at doing things new ways. But if you don't allow that to happen, if you get too strict in what you're doing and not allowing the new energy in, then it basically closes this portal off. But that means you can very much do that also very easily. If you wanted to take some of this away, you can pull that new energy away and make it so that that portal no longer exists for people. The other thing to watch out for with this vibration is that this still is operating similar to an 11. So you could get in this place where this 11 feels very comfortable, which is okay because it is a master number and it's an amplified vibration. So it'll feel very good and like a high vibration. But you're really supposed to be moving to the 2. So what your name is actually doing is it's giving this sense of faith and ascension and creating this portal that draws people in, but not just people, but any energy, because people are energy, but also everything is made of vibration. So you're like a master manipulator. You could very manipulator, manifester. That was a slip. But it's like you can't, because it could be manipulation if you're not careful, because you're able to draw in and create stuff very, very easily. So just be careful. Be careful with that power. And remember that really what you're supposed to be doing is getting rid of the things that do not serve and pulling in the things that do serve. And when you do that, then that makes it so that you're getting to the 2 and you're getting this very powerful 2. Whew. Talking about your numbers making me sweaty. And it's not a hot flash. Not this time. That's what all that energy does. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect for all of that to come through. But now let's look at your birthday. So just the name alone is very powerful. So let's see what this second vibration is that you have coming through. So let's see. So we'll first do, oh my gosh, my eyeballs are bad. Okay. So we'll first do the year. So 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7. And when we add that up, we get 25. And it's September 3rd. And so then we add the 9 and the 3. Let's see. I do. I need some water. You know what? I didn't even put my water over here. Let me go. You know what? I'm going to do this calculation and grab water. Thank you, Judy. Yeah, cuz I got hot. All right. So let me do this calculation while I grab my water cuz I can actually see it. It's like right there. So, I will grab water. Um and we will add this up. But I don't want you to see that like I'm in my sweatpants. Well, actually, my pajama pants already. I don't want you to see that part. So I had to figure out how to work the camera. Mm-hmm. Okay, I made it back. Luckily, I live in a very small place, so not hard. But I didn't want to embarrass myself. One, showing off my pajama pants, but also, uh, I be at the gym like every day. But that don't mean ain't something there that could fill up the camera. All right. We're going to leave that alone. All right. So we're doing 25 plus 9 plus 3. Oh, goodness. And so we get 37. That's all I can think about. I think about that all the time. But I started thinking about that when you remember during like the pandemic when everybody had to work at home and then all those videos came out of like people going to Zoom meetings without their pants or like somebody walking behind them naked or like some crazy stuff happening. Like I think that traumatized me because now that's all I can think about. That's all I can think about when I'm on live, when I'm in any of my Zoom meetings. I always worry about that. I did see the numbers on your fortune cookie. Put them in the chat, V baby, and we'll talk about them. Cause I did see them, but I saw them right before I went live, so I didn't get a chance to message you back. Yeah, a little bit crazy. Oh man, man, them white boys is crazy. Why did none of them wear pants to work? They thought they were on Zoom, so they didn't have to wear pants. You see, this is how traumatized I am. I can't even get off the subject. Okay, okay, we're getting back to Cousin B's numbers. So you got a life path number of 37, which is interesting because what I have been seeing, like as I've been doing more and more of these calculations, for people, but also like for hip hop artists in particular, it's like the people that are in that artist space, they really resonate around like the 40 to 49 range. And then any of those that are like right before that, like here, like in the 30s, I don't know what's different about them, but there's something different about them. But then I have seen that if you're on this other side in the 50s, that this is actually where a lot of world leaders are sitting. Um, and also a lot of people that like um, wield their power like a dictator or like somebody that is in charge. Like even if they don't have it, that's how they behave. It's kind of interesting. I don't know why that came out, but there you go. But that's not you, Cousin B. You're not on the 50 side. You're on this 30 side. Where I have seen a couple of artists that are in the 30s also, but they yeah, they're different. I can't figure them out yet. But for you, so you have two steps. Um and let's actually do this. So if we do 3 plus 7, we get 10. And then we get the 1. And so you again get a different color here. So then you have this God energy again here in your life path number. That's part of your path. So your first step on your path, and it's feeling like I need to tell you the end first. Does that make sense, Cousin B? Like it feels like I need to tell you the end first. You're because it what it feels like is like you're not going to believe it until you believe the end first. I don't know. You can tell me I'm wrong. Tell the universe they're wrong. But so if we start with the 1, so the ultimate goal is to bring in that 1 energy. I know you will. I think it might just be the universe having jokes again. But I know why. I know why. Okay. I get it now. I get it now. It's because you need to be able to see what the connection is between your life path number and your name. Because it can feel like these vibrations are different. It can feel like sometimes that it's two different paths, that it's not actually coming together and working together, because you're feeling it as a 37 here instead of the 1 and the 10. But the 1 and the 10 are here in your name. So you need to be able to understand where the connection is between these vibrations so that you're not getting pulled between them. Because actually both sets of these vibrations are very powerful, but they work and move in different ways, and so they can feel like they're separate, but they're really not. They're really working together really well. And I've seen some people's vibrations where their name and their life path number really do bump heads, and they really do like make their lessons about figuring out how to fit them together and how to have them work together. But that's not the case for you. So if you ever feel like you're getting pulled in multiple directions, know that you're really meant to get to the 2. They do fit together. It may not be clear all the time, but they do fit together. And so that's why we needed to be able to look at the 1 and the 10 first. Because the 1 really is about, like, you are meant to pull into this world brand new energy, brand new ideas, brand new ways of doing things. You're meant to be able to give other people insight or show them a different path. And you have God's support in that. God is enhancing this 1. So it's not just you that's pulling in this new energy, but you're actually getting this information from God. It's like you're having these, because something new is like any new idea, but you're getting it, and it's supported and enhanced by God or the universe. You're good, cousin B. I'm not gonna let nobody be mean to you. You do that for me. I got you. So these are really powerful. And if you see here, if we look at this 10 progressing to this 1, you have your 101, which is your name, again. So it's here again. So you're creating this portal again. But you have to be very intentional about what the new energy is. And that's where we get to this 37. Because this 37 tells you the path that you can take, the steps that you can actually take to make sure that you have a tight hold and good control over that one energy. Because it is so powerful. Like this 101 is extremely powerful. And so you need to make sure that you're taking it step by step. Oh, wow. I don't know if you can hear that, but that music, that's confirmation. Somebody is jamming out. And isn't that crazy? Somebody come by here jamming out when I'm working on Cousin B's numbers. I love that. Universe got jokes. So the first step that you have to do, you cannot do these out of order. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it's 11:01 right as we're talking about this. So you cannot do these out of order. Because if you do these out of order, that's one of the things that'll break that portal, that one energy portal. And so the first step is taking action, but it's taking action in flow. So many people that have this 7 here, that's the universe. Many people that have this 7 here are too quick to take action because you can feel that you're supposed to be taking action. You're supposed to be taking that first step. But it has to be in vibrational flow. It has to be very intentional. And that's what vibrational flow is. It's being intentional and understanding why you're taking the action and what are the rewards and consequences, both potential and real, from that action. So you're very good at taking action. And you can be one of those people that's like, nope, this is what needs to happen. Let's go do this. Let's go do this. And which is wonderful. But you have to make sure that you are patient to know that it's in flow, that it's in vibrational flow. Because you can have the right action, but if it's not in the vibrational flow, it won't be at the right time. Or it won't be with the right people. Or it won't be in the right way. Yes. So you stay in the flow. Make sure at every moment you're like, is this feeling right? Like, does this make sense? And with your, so you have your sun in Virgo. And so your sun is how you think. So with your mind, thinking like a Virgo, it's making sure everything is in place and you understand why the action is being taken and why it is the right time and the right place with the right people before you take that action. Because when you take that action, then you get to the 3. And the 3 is pure growth. So when you take action and flow, it's like, woof, grows and expands very quickly. and jumps right into that one energy. Like this second step is very little. It's like that stupid little step that you always miss. But here, it's a good thing. Yes. Yes, exactly, cousin B. That is exactly how you are. That's like your natural state. And so you got to make sure to not um, get out of that flow. Because when you get out of that flow, that's when there's problems. I thought so, Josh. I thought so. I thought so. No, that's great. Good. So this should be helping you also. So yeah, so that first step really is to make sure that you're taking the action because you know the actions to take. You know them. Nobody can convince you otherwise. You know the actions that are meant to take. You just have to make sure it's in flow. And you'll know if it's in flow because it'll grow and expand very quickly without you having to put in a lot of effort because you're going straight from taking the action in flow to growing and jumping straight into this 10 where God is supporting you. God is putting all this extra energy into what you're doing. And then that's what's helping to create this new energy, these new ideas, and the path that you're meant to walk so that you can bring in all of these new things. Interesting. And then there's even something more interesting that I'm seeing. Thanks for having me do your numbers, Cousin B. This is fun. Let me know if you have any questions. So, your name is the 101, and your life path number is 37. And this, Josh, even though you have the same life path number, this is where it starts to differ because your name would be different. So the way that your vibrations are flowing together and working together are a little bit different. But if we add this up, then we get 138. And 138 adds up to a 12, which is a 3. But 138 is the numerical vibration of the word perspective. So when you get your name vibration and your life path number working together, you're able to have a higher perspective. It's easier for you to be able to see things from other people's perspectives. And because you can see things from other people's perspectives, it will allow you to help them and yourself get a change in perspective. Because that's what this 12 is. And all of that leads to more growth. This is very cool. Cool, 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 cool. Good stuff. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad this is making sense. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for bringing your numbers here. Let me know if you have any questions. And the way we should be using our name and our life path number, it's really to keep things in our conscious mind. Because when things are not in our conscious mind, then we can be at the whim of vibration. We can all just get, swept away in the vibrational flow. And that's when we feel like we're a victim to vibration. But just by understanding our life path number and our name vibrations, ooh, something's coming in. I feel it. It's heavy. We can make sure that we're not getting stuck in that flow. Whoo wee. New beginnings, was that you that just came in? Whew. Okay. I think that was you that just came in. New beginnings. And if it is, then you got a spirit following you. But we could talk about that later. Because I'm not going to put all your business out there. And it's 11:11. Ta-da! There we go. So Cousin B came in with all of those ones and got us to 11:11. All right, I'm going to go into the chat and see if I missed anything that you wanted to talk about. But make sure if I don't say what you put in the chat, or I don't say what you wanted me to talk about, that you put it in again. Just let me know. Because this YouTube chat has been doing some things. Not today so much though, but we'll see. All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, we need to get V Baby's fortune cookie numbers. So if you put those in the chat, we'll do those. Oh yeah. All right, so here we go. Let me make a list. Make a list. Why? Okay, why did I say let's make a list and then all of a sudden the Blues Clues song for mail came into my head? It actually was, we just got a letter. We just got a letter. That's the universe with jokes again. Here you go. Here's a message for you, but you have to sing this stupid song. All right, so we need to do LTFM. And we need to get V's numbers. Let's see, what else? LTFM, did you want to look at the numbers for, let me see, anything else? Yeah, you were talking about God's plan yesterday. Okay, let me know which numbers LTFM if I've missed them. Let's see. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Okay, and then we need to do V Baby's name. V Baby. I'm glad you got your handy dandy notebook. And you know what? I on my like that new merch, I was like, oh, it'd be cool to have journals and notebooks. And then I went back and forth because I was like, oh my gosh, that could be scary. Like, what's gonna come through? But I made one. I'm glad you got your handy dandy notebook. Oh my gosh. Okay, what else? Okay, okay, okay. All right. I don't know if I missed anything else. So let me know. Um. All right. I don't see V Baby's numbers yet. So let's start with LTFM. Oh, perfect. So we'll start with LTFM. And do you want just the letters? Because I know it's a bigger phrase, but I always forget what it is. Oh yeah, that's right. This is your charity. Okay, and so then that's when the charity was born. So oh yeah, this will be good. Then I could show you how you can do this stuff with businesses and organizations and entities. Well, because we talk about it with hip hop. So I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna start down a little bit lower. So then once you tell me what the full thing is again, so I don't get it wrong, we can look at that. But we're going to actually start with the life path number. So the charity was started May 15th, 2016. So let's get the year first. And so when we're starting our businesses, we have to look at our businesses as a separate entity from us. So, the business that I have, and even like with my channel, I look at it as like the same as my children. And they're separate from us. So there's going to be some things that we have to adjust and do so it's best for their vibrations, not for ours. And we should really be understanding how our vibrations can work together and not trying to overpower its vibrations with our own. So that's like when you're thinking about a business or like in this case a charity or any kind of entity, you want to make sure that that's how you're treating it because it'll actually have its own birth chart. So you need to make sure that you know what date and time it is born. There's actually people and larger corporations probably would not admit to this, but they do. They plan when they're going to incorporate their businesses so that it can have the right energy, it can have the right vibration for what it's trying to do. And so they'll plan when they're having when they're gonna incorporate the business, which would give the business a birth date and a time. So then they have a specific astrology chart. So when I tell you that like the elite are using astrology and numerology, they very much so. Like this is where like all these secret societies came from. It's out of all of this. So I'm going to stop talking about that now because we're just going to steal this information and use it for ourselves. All right. So when we add this up, we get 9. And so then we need to add the 5 and we need to add the 15. Oh, yeah. Yep. They use all of it. All of these vibrational understandings, like even the way that they build their headquarters and buildings and the way that they set up the rooms, it's all very vibrationally intentional. It's actually pretty crazy, but also makes a lot of sense. And it makes a lot of sense why they don't want us to know. Because if you're not part of the cool kids, you're not supposed to know. Unfortunately for them, it's not up to them. Fortunate for us. So when you add this up, we get 29. Yep, there's all your fives again. I wasn't going to say anything, Judy, but yeah. There's all your fives again. So we do have another portal number here. Since Judy brought up the fives, I wasn't going to bring them up because I didn't want to hurt her brain anymore because she just gets fives everywhere. But since she brought it up, this is actually 515. And so these fives want to be together. And so they're circling around here. And they are creating a portal that's bringing forth this one energy. And when you add these up in this format, you're getting an 11, 2. And then the 29 is also adding up to an 11, 2. So when we're talking about life path numbers in particular, so this charity is operating as a teacher mentor. This is like a tutor mentor. So this charity is going to do best if it is allowed to try new things and learn while in the field. So like learn as it goes. This is not a business that wants to like totally pre-plan. Oh, wait. Okay. Wow. Those red spots are really loud. Thank you, Josh. Okay. We'll come back. Okay, good. Perfect. Perfect timing. Okay. So let me know if you missed anything and I can go back. But so basically what's happening is this business entity. So we have this 11 again. So we have all these 11s because we've got cousin B's 11 there. We have more back here. So I guess this is the theme of today. And also the video that I put out today was all 11. Isn't that fun? Okay. So this entity wants to be in a position where it is learning while it's also teaching or supporting. And so it acts more like a mentor. So when you think about like in school where they had that weird thing where you had peer mentors and it was supposed to be like an older classmate that was helping you. I don't know how helpful it was, but I think it worked out in a lot of cases, but I don't know. It's more like that. It's like working. It wants to work and build and become what it's meant to be while it's learning. It doesn't want a lot of planning. And so if your vibrations really are about planning and having things a certain way, then that's where you and the charity will bump heads. Because the charity wants to draw in the energy, it wants to draw in that new energy and try it out. It wants to just try it out. And primarily with other people, which could just be you. But it wants to do that because what it's learning is it's learning about all of these choices and options that are this 11. And it's learning about what are the good pieces that I want to keep that work for me and what are the pieces that do not work for me and need to just fall away. And it's driven to do that because of these steps. So it's driven to do that because its first step is this 9. And we've seen this before with the life path number of hip hop is 39. But with this 9, where this is an ending or a shifting or a completion of some kind. So what it really wants is it wants to try all these things out and learn as it goes so that it can completely end, like completely stop doing what does not work, whether it's for them, for itself, or for the people that it's working with or working for. So it wants to be able to end things. It also feels like it very much is wanting to change how things are done in the bigger world or the bigger space around it. Like part of its path is to end how things are done or how things are thought about. And not, and look, more confirmation from the loud music. Funny. I guess people are having a good Halloween. Or the one person just keeps driving by. So making sure that this first step is an ending, but allowing it to just try things, that's what's going to help it to know what needs to end. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Don't keep don't try and force things that are not working. As soon as it's not working, just let it end. This is not a place where it really is. um this is not a place where it's like be patient and make sure it's right. Like no, as soon as the entity knows that it's not right, as soon as you know that it's not right for the charity, let it go. Because then that allows you to jump right into this too. Because as soon as it knows what is not right and what needs to end, then it's able to take the things that are right and that need to be used to come together and to make this two. So two ends dualism because it takes the best parts of both extremes and creates something new. And that's what your charity is meant to do. Its life path number is it's meant to take these steps to end things, find what needs to end, and bring the good things together to create something new. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so now let's move this down a little bit and we'll work up here. So let's first just look at the acronym for it. So L is 12, T is 20, F is 6, and M is 13. And so, let's see. 12 plus 20 plus 6 plus 13 is 51. Huh. And right here, we have the 51, but also that 51 is the mirror image of the 15 for the day. So it's really saying that with, like, it's really meant, this vibration is creating another portal. We have another portal here, but it's drawing in this new energy, most likely from this 11, and it's putting it into change. So it's meant to put in some change. And we need this change. We need this entity to bring this change so that it can create a place of comfort. So when the 6 comes here at the end, where we saw your numbers before, where the 6s were coming at the beginning of the story, and so it was really shaking up those comfort zones and trying to identify the comfort zones. Here it's creating the comfort zone because it's the end, it's the outcome. So it's drawing in that new energy, it's using it to make change and create comfort. I like that. So, LTFM, let me know. What else you want me to look at? I'm going to look at, so while you're deciding, so if you want me to do any of the phrases that the acronym stands for, you could certainly put those into the chat and we can look at those. But while you're putting those in, I'm going to just use the acronym and the life path number together so we can see how that's vibrating. Because it feels like the acronym might be what it needs to be. Because it feels like the acronym is closer to like a pure vibration. And when you have a pure vibration, it's neutral. So it encompasses a lot of different things. So it's like it's like by having it be the acronym, it can represent and be a lot of different things. Which the entity might like the charity itself might actually like that better, because that is some of that testing of what is works and what doesn't. Cool. So 51 plus the 39, get 90. Wow. That's powerful, because look, here's that God energy again. And the God energy is enhancing this ending or this shift or this completion. That's why this feels right, because this God energy in this way is able to come in and really support and enhance that 9, that first step in the life path number. And you know what? I wrote this wrong. This is supposed to be 29. Interesting. There's a reason for everything. So that's interesting that I wrote it that way. Oh, you know why? Because 39 is the life path number of hip hop. So LTFM is, this is the like how LTFM resonates with hip hop, and over here is for the entity. Oh my gosh, that's actually very interesting. So here for the charity, we still have that God energy that's coming in. But this charity is creating new cycles. Yeah, that's why that energy was coming through so strong, LTFM, is because, yeah, Like that hip hop is it's seeped in there. It is. Your charity is hip hop? Okay. So then that makes sense. But the charity itself with its life path number is it's getting to these cycles where by ending things that do not work, ending things that do not work for it as a charity, for you as like the parent of the charity, or for anybody that it's helping. It's creating new cycles. It's creating new cycles of being is what's coming through, which is very interesting to me. Cycles of being. That's coming through very loudly. And that comes with you saying like it's very much seeped in hip hop. Yeah, okay. All right, now I need to look at here. Look at here and see what I missed. Oh, you scanned it? Oh, good, me baby. Thank you. Yeah, my new QR code. That's for my link tree. It has all my new links in there, and it has where you can get to my new merch. Yeah, it's so exciting. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Mmm. Yes. Okay. Okay. So looking at what you've been saying, LTFM, it seems like this is yes. Okay. So it seems like that is resonating and making sense. So what I want to do though is because it's so ingrained in this vibration, it really is like you're having let's just look at it. Really is like it's like this, where it's LTFM the man, and then it's LTFM the charity, and it's hip hop. And it seems like what it's feeling like is these vibrations are woven very tightly together, which is fine. You just have to be aware of that's what's happening. Because when they're woven that tightly together, it doesn't feel like you want to, but if you ever wanted to pull them apart, it would be very difficult to. And the only time that you would really want to pull these kinds of vibrations apart is if you needed to separate yourself from the charity. So if it's like the charity and this is for any business, so this works for everybody. If you are working with a business that is your business, and this includes your channels, if that entity, that business, that charity gets so big that it can no longer just be reliant on you, that's where you'll need to pull these apart. And so my advice to you is, I'm glad you're aware, but keep a close eye on it, because what you'll need to do is, before it like really blows up and is getting to the point where you can't alone work it or work with it, that's when you need to branch off. So that's when you keep this as it is, but this branches off into like uh, a new entity, and then this new entity becomes the charity, the business, like the bigger portion of it. Josh. Oh, my mom actually was raised in Gary, Indiana. And I remember um she took us there cuz I grew up in Denver, but she took us to uh Gary, Indiana one time to show us where she grew up, and I think I was like, I remember it. So I probably was like between and 10. Um but I remember like feeling so bad because I wanted to tell my mom that it was nasty there. I didn't like it. But she was showing us where she grew up. But then she said, "Oh yeah, this is horrible here." And then I was like, "Oh yeah, it is." And then I got to agree like, "Oh yeah, it is." Yeah. But what's even more interesting, Josh, this is like one of my mom's like favorite stories to tell, because she actually grew up in Gary, Indiana, at the same time that the Jacksons were there, and um, she was in a talent show, a local talent show where the Jackson Five were playing. They were like competing in this talent show locally when Michael was just like five, like probably barely five. And she just loves telling that story because in Gary, Indiana, the Jackson Five won this talent show, but my mom got runners up. She probably didn't get runners up, but this is her story. So I'll tell it how she tells it. She got runners up for flipping football players. Like her talent was like doing jujitsu or something and flipping football players across the stage. So that's what she was doing to compete with the Jackson Five in this talent show. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Whew, okay. You all just have me going all over the place today. My brain all over. That wasn't the wind. V baby, you know that wasn't the wind. Just say hello. Just say hello. Yes. I love that mission. I love that mission, LTFM. You just have to make sure that you're prepared for when it needs to branch off. Because there's a time where it's coming. It's gonna need to branch off at some point. So be ready. All right. That was fun. B baby, did you ever give me your numbers from your fortune cookie? Did you put them in the chat? But let's do your name. Let's look at your name. Oh my gosh, you put them in there twice? So it's happening again. Cuz I have not seen them. That is so crazy that YouTube is like censoring the number codes. And for me. Okay. Well, try and put them in again. If it doesn't work, then I will respond to your numbers in Discord. That's so crazy. But sometimes just even acknowledging it makes it stop. Like, we see you. You know what? It's so interesting. Um, is when I'm watching like Cousin B or Julian or Ron or any of you really when you are playing your video games. I actually can see like all of the code. So it's really weird to watch. Because also it's very clear that coders get bored and they have weird jokes because they do weird things in the code too. And I don't know, like I guess that's supposed to be like their signature or something where it's like the way that they code is like their signature so that they know it's theirs. But they be putting weird stuff in there. Like weird jokes and like weird images that y'all don't see. I'm going on some tangents today. We are going to get back on track and look at V Baby's name. I don't see it, which is so weird. Did it Judy, was it just put in? Cuz I see Josh, you just sent it. I don't see it. That's I don't see it. I don't see it in the chat. I promise you I don't. I see I see LTFM saying like 1, 2, 3, and then I see Judy say, "Do you guys see it?" And then Josh says, "I just sent it, but I don't, I don't see it." Oh, you're having to put it in as words because now I see the words, but I did not see the numbers. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you, Judy, for saying that you don't see them either. Even if you know you're lying to me, continue to say that lie because this is gonna drive me. This is gonna drive me crazy. All right, I'm gonna get these numbers. So we've got 40, and let's see, 40, 19, 35, 5, 34, 49. I know. I know, Cousin B. Like, what the hell is that about? I think that's beyond hate. Like, that's a different level of censorship. Like, it's trying to kick you reactors off for reacting. I just saw also because I'm on Julie B, who does the reactions to like the movies and the TV shows, and her and a couple of other people are getting um, blocked and banned because they're using too many images, not even like videos from the shows that they're reacting to, just the images. Yes, thank you, Josh, for putting that in. Isn't that crazy? What is going on? That is some wicked work. But it better not make me mad. Because I can see your code. I'm going to say, I'm going to look dead in the camera and tell the YouTube algorithm, I see your code. You the naked emperor to me. Oh goodness. All right, what we doing? All right, we're looking at V baby. So V is 22 and E is Judy's 5. I'm just giving you all these 5s, Judy. And we have another 5. And then 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus, you guessed it, 25. I know, cousin B, but you know, that's how my brain be doing. That's like that's like the best diss I could come up with. That's why I need to just stay over here and work with my numbers. As long as YouTube don't block me doing numbers and not try and do anything else. Oh gosh. That's funny. Alright, we add this up. Nice. So when we add all of this up, you got a lot of 2s in here. Yeah, all these 2s are like really loud in here together. Yeah, you got it. 62. I keep looking at all of these 2s. It's probably because, with all the 11s coming up, the 2s coming up too. I'm glad you're invested, Judy. I think 5 is not going to allow you not to be. So we have 62. So your name is resonating at a 62, which then adds up to an 8. Hmm. I have an interesting question for you. So, is this name, like, does your family use this name, or is this name primarily used outside of the home? Because I'm seeing something interesting. Um, because it looks like this vibration would prefer to be like, what I keep seeing is like a wall, like it looks like a wall, and it wants to be on one side, and not the other, but you keep pulling it to both sides. So it's like it's a name that's used like with family or in the home, but you keep pulling it to outside of that space, or vice versa. Because there's some tension there around those vibrations. It's like the vibrational threads are stretched or something. I was just curious as to what that was. Um, but so with this name, the first step here is this 2. And 2 really is about ending dualism. Oh, okay. So maybe that's the tension. Mm, okay. Because it definitely feels like it's, you keep pulling it in one direction, but the vibration doesn't want to be there. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder if something, because it's more than just the reason you gave yourself this name. It's literally like this name is tied somewhere else. It's almost like if like tie a rope to like a tree, and then you pull it, or you try and walk away, and you can only go so far, but you keep trying to tug it and bring it with you. Like that feeling, that vibration that's coming through extremely strong. Like so strong that I that it's hard to see working with the vibration. So there's something there you need to untie. You need to untie this name, because you're at the point where when you start working with this vibration, it could hold you back because it won't go any further. Don't I'm sorry, I don't mean to make you tear up, but this is just what I'm feeling, what I'm picking up on the vibrations. So it seems like the first step is untying it. And I don't necessarily know what that looks like or what that means. Um yeah, cousin B, it's something like that. It's something like, yeah, maybe if we help by calling using lovely V instead. But I think that has to be up to you, V baby, of like what is going to help you disconnect that name from whatever it's tied to, because it's so heavy. Ooh, woman, I don't know like how are you moving around? Because it's very much like trying to maneuver and move with your vibration tied to something. And you can't even get to these steps. Like you can't even get to these steps. And like we were talking about earlier this week with your affirmations, that there was um like this fear and you needing some courage to be able to move forward. Well, part of it is this. Part of it is that this name vibration, it only will stretch so far. But that's woof, it's a very strong tie. Cause this 62, it doesn't even feel like a 62 because it's stretched. So that's what we need to work on. And we can certainly work on it together. We got you. So, however, we can help you to be able to find a way to make this shift, because it's not like you have to completely get rid of the name. It's you just have to untether it from whatever is holding it back. I like these options. Mm. Yes. Yes. Yes, very much so. Very much so. Yes. But that heavy feeling of like, if you let go, it's going to be completely gone. That's what happens when you don't fully grieve and you don't heal through grieving. Because when we just sever it, then it is just cutting it off and removing it. But we don't have to do that. We literally can untie it and tie it to ourselves. So then it goes wherever we go. That's the difference. It doesn't only exist over there. And so it can't be tied over there anymore because we will get stuck and we won't be able to move. So it's figuring out how to be able to untie it from where it is now and tie it to ourselves, tie it to you so that it's with you. And that's what grieving is. Grieving is the untying from, like, if it's a person, untying our vibration from how we knew them in the body where they were. It's untying that vibration from the body that is no longer there and tying it to the spirit of that person that is always with us. So it is like, and it very much feels like you were able to go a very long time not having this tie or this tension um like impact your life as heavily, but you've got a distance to go, lady. Like, there's some big things in front of you, but you can't reach them yet. Whew. I'm very much feeling like there are many people that needed to hear this message in the chat. So thank you very much for allowing me to be able to bring that message through and for you to have that message come to this space, because there's a lot of us, myself included, that have not fully grieved. And if we are setting intentions and trying to manifest something bigger and go to bigger things, we have to be able to. We have to grieve so that we can untie it and tie it to ourselves. And I haven't ever received the message of grief in that way. But I really like it because grieving is very difficult. But I like that analogy of untying it and tying it to ourselves. Yes, we appreciate you very much. And I think it's important for all of us to know and remember that these things don't come up in our lives, not this intensely, unless it's the right time for you to be able to work with them. And if you have the right people around you to support. So now must be the time. But we definitely are here. I am here for you and for everybody. And we are going to hold the space, hold all that vibrational space. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for sharing very much for everybody. Thank you, Josh, for yes. And yes, Cousin B. Exactly. Everything happens for a reason. And we're put in a place to be able to resonate in those ways. Like I don't know how I ended up here. I don't know how I ended up here. I don't know how I ended up with all of you, but I know that I'm loving it and I know that this is where I'm meant to be. Yeah, we're all going to be all right. Woo wee. Okay, well that's too heavy. We got to end on something. So we're going to look at these numbers. We're going to see how lucky these numbers are for you, V baby. But you just keep letting us know how we can support you, and this goes for everybody. Um, Please know that you can come into this space as you are in any moment in time, and we can work together. Because really, these messages are not going to come out for no reason. Why did it do that? Now my freaking whiteboard. I said freaking. I haven't said freaking. I guess it's because I couldn't go from that really deep, beautiful message to cussing. I guess not today. I was just trying to copy the freaking numbers. I said freaking again. That's funny. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can do it manually. All right, let's try. I just wanted to move the numbers so we can look at them. First, you hide the numbers from me, and now I can't move them. There you go. Let's see. Oh, I mean, that's a good image, but not the one we wanted. All right, let's try this again. It's supposed to be able to like select it like this, and then I guess, oh, I guess that's what it was doing. It was being weird. Whatever. Whatever, whiteboard. Do it your way. Okay. There we go. All right, so we are going to look and see. Okay. All right, so when we get a string of numbers like this, it actually is like a bigger story. It's a bigger message. So this is closer to like how I actually see the vibrations. I do see them in lines of code like this, but they also come in like weird ass clouds. There's no other way for me to explain it. But what we would do is we'd first add these up because adding them up gets us to the end of the story. So let's add them up. So we get 40 plus 19 plus 35 plus 5 plus 34 plus 49. Come on. Universe got jokes again. So when we add this up, we get 182, which when we add that up, we get another 11 and another 2. And 82 is the numerical vibration of the word portal and the word gateway. So here we go with this theme again. But this is the end of the story. So the end of the story, like the end of this is a very short story. This is like a kid's book story. um, but the end of this short story is to get to this place. Oh, yeah, you're right, Josh. Beef skewer was the word that was on there. Yeah, that was funny. We're going to have to look at that. Remind me. I'm going to write it over here. Where am I going to write it? I'm going to write it right here. Beef. Yeah, that was funny. Beef skewer. Funny. Okay. So the end of the story. So it's like we're reading this story backwards. So we are getting the end of the story. So the end of the story is about ending dualism by figuring out what are the good parts that work with what we want to work with, and we're able to put them together. So it's kind of like you're filtering out all of the impurities and the things that don't work from your materials, so then you could put it together. Ah, okay, we'll have to look at that also. Oh, yeah, because you had the message on the back. Yeah, we'll look at that one too. So, the end of this is getting to something brand new from, oh my gosh, Universe got jokes. So, what I just heard is you're getting something brand new from the two pieces. So, you broke open the cookie and it was in two pieces, and so then you got the message, so you got something new. Ha 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 ha. Oh my gosh, what I deal with. And so we get the end of the story, and now to get the beginning of the story, we have to start here. And we read it this way. So this is part 1, part 2. Here's our part 3. Here's our part 4. Here's our part 5. Here's our part 6. And then you get to the ending. Okay. All right. Okay. So, what I'm typing now is I'm looking at the colors because there's a color. Oh, it's green. There's a color that is resonates at 49. And so what I oh my gosh, this is so weird. What I'm hearing is that there's something important about this color. That it's an important part of the story. I don't know. Did you get green curry? Did you get extra spinach or something? I don't know. Yes, part 5 is a 10. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to tell you this story and see if you can follow along with the numbers. So, the story begins at the end. There's an ending that leads to a new foundation, a new place of stability, like a new way of doing things. And as this foundation is built up, there's magnificent growth. And so while I'm saying this, I'm actually seeing a weird ass story. So it's like, once upon a time, there was a kingdom who the king had just passed away and left and was gone. And when that happened, it changed the stability of the kingdom. And as that kingdom grew, a new foundation was established, and it grew and grew. But there was a change that needed to occur. This is so weird. Why is it coming through like this? But that change was going to lead to another kind of growth. But this growth was going to be more long lasting because it resulted in a cycle that wouldn't end. But to be able to get to that change and that growth, something had to end. We had to go back to the beginning and make sure that what ended was truly what was supposed to end. So then something new could come in its place. And when something new came in its place, then God would diminish everything that came before. So once the new is established, everything that came before would be dampened. It wouldn't feel as strong. And the true foundation could come into view. This true foundation is where there are no dualistic polarization extremes. There's none of that. There's only these cycles that resonate with the moon and bring in new energy, the new energy that's needed to continue and maintain the ending of this duality and this new world that has no more duality. I don't know. That's what it says. So I'll leave it to all of you to break it down even more. Maybe this land is called beef skewer. But it's interesting that that's the message, like that's the story that came out, but then the message that was with it um, was your life will be a beautiful journey. Well, that was a journey for sure. That's so interesting. Sometimes messages come through really weird, and I get embarrassed because I'm like, you're making me sound weird, but that's what it says. Maybe the teleprompter's broken. All right, I'm getting tired because now, like, I'm getting extra goofy. Like, I'm goofy on a regular basis, but this is getting a little ridiculous. Let's see what beef skewer is, and then, um, Josh, remind me when I'm not so tired, and I'll tell you about some of the messages I've been getting. I might have to tell you in Twitch or on Discord because it doesn't feel like I'll be able to say it on YouTube. But it's interesting. Don't stop, believe it. Now I got a whole plethora of weird songs in my head. Thanks. Thanks. And them scary ass teeth. Happy Halloween to me. Oh my gosh. I can't. Okay, I can't. I can't. Oh, yes. It would be great to go and to Twitch and dance. Yes, yes, yes. All right, we're gonna finish this up, and then that's where we're gonna go. Especially after you see this. So beef skewer, when we add this up, it's 99. You know where we saw 99? Cousin is 99. So there we got 99, which equals the vibration of the word ascension. Again, I do want to look at your phrase. I think let's look at beautiful journey. Because that is what seems to be resonating. But this was an interesting one. Thanks for bringing that. Let's see. So beautiful is 2 plus 5 plus 1 plus 21 plus 20 plus 9 plus 6 plus 21 plus 12. 97. And then journey is 10 plus 15 plus 21 plus 18 plus 14 plus 5 plus 25. 108. Look at that 108 number again. That number, I like it. It gives me the giggles. Wow. Okay. So here you go. Here is the silver lining, the light. So when we add these together, we get 205. And you say, oh, that's not a special number. It's actually the numerical vibration of the phrase unconditional love. So your fortune was telling you that your life is going to be one of unconditional love. So no worries. That's a much better way to end our live. But I'll be back tomorrow for sure. I will be back tomorrow. We'll see if I can get on here early. Woo, it's late. But luckily it's Friday. And it's Halloween. Thank you everyone for being here. I will be popping into Vegas Unlocked, and I will be sitting in Twitch dancing. So hopefully I will see you all one place or the other or both. Thank you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow.